Have you ever held a worn-out keepsake, like a faded snapshot, a tarnished ring, or a dog-eared novel, and felt a surge of feelings rush over you? Perhaps it stirred thoughts of someone dear. Maybe it pulled you back to a chapter of your life that seems far away now. Or for a fleeting moment you wondered, how could I ever part with this? If this resonates, you're in good company. Many assume simplifying their space is just about neatening up, clearing room, and getting orderly. But the reality, it's far more heartfelt than that. Simplifying means facing your history, your cherished moments, and even your tomorrows. And no one prepares you for how tough that can be until you're standing there, clutching something that feels like a fragment of your heart. So today, we're diving into 5 stark realities about simplifying that no one mentions. Some may shift your perspective, some may stir unexpected feelings, and one truth, particularly the final one, might forever alter how you view your possessions. Stay with me, because what you'll uncover could be the secret to crafting a home and life that feels liberated, serene, and truly yours. Ready? Let's dive in. Reality 1. It's emotionally tougher than you expect. Clara stood in her basement, eyeing a dusty crate she hadn't touched in years. At 75, after decades of gathering memories in her home, she decided it was time to streamline. She thought simplifying would be straightforward: sort old garments, discard broken items, and give away what she no longer used. But when she lifted the crate's lid, everything shifted. Inside were her late husband's novels, their covers worn, pages creased, with his handwritten notes scrawled in the margins. She lifted one, and for a moment, it felt like he was right there with her. She could hear his laughter, sense his warmth. Her fingers traced the pages. How could she let these go? She sat there for an hour, books scattered around, memories flooding back. She wasn't just holding paper and ink. She was clinging to him, their shared life, their late-night talks. That's when it hit her. Simplifying isn't just about things. It's about who you are, what you've loved, and what you've lost. Why does letting go feel so impossible? Most think simplifying is about clearing out junk. But for older adults, it's far deeper. That old rocker in the corner? It's not just a chair. It's where your grandkid curled up for bedtime tales. That box of greeting cards? They're not just paper. They're the voices of people who may no longer be here. That gown from your wedding? It's not just cloth, zero fabric. It's the start of a lifelong love story. Every item carries a memory, and letting go can feel like losing a piece of yourself. That's why simplifying feels so daunting. Not because you need these things, but because they hold fragments of your life. But here's the secret no one shares. You don't need to keep everything to preserve the memories. How do you release without losing what matters? Clara didn't need to keep every book to hold her husband's memory. Instead, she found a way to honor his legacy without the physical weight. She chose 3 novels, his favorites, and displayed them on a shelf in her living room. Each morning, they caught her eye, and she felt him near. She wrote a note in each, explaining its significance. The rest she donated to a community library, so others could share his passion for stories. As she left the basement, something shifted. She hadn't lost him. She'd given his love a new purpose. The truth about simplifying: it's not about erasing the past. It's about making room for what matters today. If you're struggling to release something, ask, do I need this, or just the memory it holds? Can I honor this moment without keeping the object? What if I let go? Would it erase my past, or free me to move forward? The hardest part isn't discarding things. It's realizing memories live in you, not your possessions. What about you? Have you clung to something because it reminded you of someone special? What was it? Share below. You're not alone. This might be your first step toward letting go. Reality 2. Your loved ones won't treasure what you do. Ellen had spent weeks preparing for this moment. She carefully sorted family keepsakes, her mother's porcelain dishes, her father's military badges, a bundle of handwritten notes from her grandparents. Each held a story, a slice of heritage, a tie to the past. Today she was ready to pass them on. Her son Mark entered the room grinning. "Mom, what's all this?" Ellen smiled warmly. "These are our family's treasures. I thought you'd want some." She gestured to the dishes and letters, sharing their stories. Mark glanced over, then paused. "Mom, these are lovely, but I don't have room for them. Honestly, I'm not sure what I'd do with them." Ellen's heart sank. "But this is our history. Don't you want to pass them to your kids someday?" Mark shifted. "Maybe, but I don't need the physical stuff. We could digitize the letters to keep the stories without the clutter." Ellen's grip tightened on the notes. She'd preserved them for decades, certain they'd be valued. Now her son was saying he didn't want them. The reality of simplifying heirlooms. No one warns you for this. You spend a lifetime collecting and protecting items, believing your children will cherish them. But when the time comes, they don't see them as you do. To you, those old photo albums are priceless. To them, they're bulky books gathering dust. To you, your mother's vintage table is history. To them, it's furniture that doesn't suit their style. It's not that they don't value the past, they just hold memories differently. Younger generations grew up digital, storing photos and stories on devices, not needing objects to remember. The hard truth? Just because something is precious to you doesn't mean it will be to them. What to do instead? Ellen took a breath. Mark wasn't dismissing their heritage, he valued it differently. Instead of feeling hurt, she adapted. She asked what he truly wanted, letting him choose what mattered to him. She scanned the letters and photos, so Mark could keep the stories without the bulk. She released the expectation that every keepsake had to be passed down. Her legacy wasn't in objects, it was in the love and stories she shared. When she let go, she felt relief. She wasn't burdening her son with unwanted items. She was freeing them both to cherish memories in their own way. Have you saved something thinking your family would want it, only to learn they didn't? How did it feel? Share below. Your story might help someone else. Reality 3. Guilt is your biggest hurdle. Michael stood before the old cedar chest in his bedroom. Inside were folded clothes and used gifts and mementos from loved ones gone. Every time he tried to simplify, he ended here staring, frozen. He reached for a jacket, his late wife's favorite. It still carried her scent, like her perfume, like home. His mind raced. If I give this away, am I forgetting her? If I donate it, am I saying I don't care? What if I regret this? He tucked the jacket back and closed the chest. Simplifying isn't just about stuff. It's about emotions. And guilt is the heaviest of all. Why does guilt make simplifying so hard? You don't keep things because you need them. You keep them for the emotions they carry. Guilt takes many forms. The unused gift, like that pricey scarf from a friend or the ornate vase from your cousin. You never wanted them, but how can you part with them without seeming ungrateful? The items from those who've passed, clothes, furniture, letters, letting go feels like erasing someone you miss. The old you, those jeans from your youth, That coat you haven't worn in years. Parting with them feels like losing who you were. So you hold on because guilt whispers, "What if I regret this? What if this is my last link to them?" And the clutter stays not because you need it, but because guilt says you can't let go. What would your loved ones say? Michael closed his eyes, picturing his wife, Sarah, beside him. Would she want him to keep her jacket hidden in a chest gathering dust? Or would she want him to live, smile, and move forward? He knew the answer. He didn't need to keep everything to hold her love. So he chose one item, her locket, and wore it daily, feeling her close. He donated her clothes to a shelter where someone needing warmth could use them. He wrote down his favorite memories of her, keeping those moments forever without the objects. When he let go, he didn't feel lost, he felt free, releasing guilt without regret. Guilt tricks you into thinking keeping things honors the past. But the truth? Your grandmother wouldn't want you trapped by her old lamp. Your friend wouldn't want you stuck with a gift you don't love. Your younger self wouldn't want you guilt-ridden for growing. So carry the love, the lessons, the memories, not the guilt. The past lives in your heart, not your things. What's one item you've struggled to release? Why is it hard? Share below. Today might be the day you start letting go. Reality 4. Simplifying can feel paralyzing. You walk into a room, look around, and feel stuck. Wardrobes overflow, papers pile up, drawers won't close. You tell yourself, "I need to simplify." But when you start, you freeze. Where do you begin? The sheer volume of stuff feels insurmountable. You want a calm, tidy home, but sorting through decades of belongings feels draining. So instead of progress, you do nothing. Sound familiar? You're not alone. But here's the truth. Simplifying doesn't have to be overwhelming. The 3-step solution to simplify easier. The key isn't tackling everything at once. That's where people falter. They try to overhaul their home, get overwhelmed, and quit. Instead, try these 3 steps. Step 1. Start small, just one spot. Think of eating a whole pie in one bite. You wouldn't. Simplifying is the same. Focus on one drawer, one shelf, one box. Finishing a small space builds confidence, shows progress, and keeps you going. Don't think about the whole house, just one corner. Step 2. Use a timer. Try a 15-minute challenge. Set a timer and work fast. No overthinking, no distractions. Decide, keep, donate, toss. When it stops, walk away. 15 minutes daily adds up. Simplifying doesn't have to exhaust you. It just needs consistency. Step 3. Ask 3 questions. For each item. Do I use this? If not in the last year, you likely won't. Do I love this? If it doesn't spark joy, why keep it? Would I buy this now? If no, let it go. This cuts emotional debates and maybe piles. The mindset shift. Simplifying isn't about a perfect home. It's about progress, removing what drains you, and creating space for what matters. It's about a home that feels calm and stress-free. Don't aim for perfection, just start. The sooner you begin, the sooner you'll feel the freedom of letting go. What's the first spot you'll simplify? Share below. If you've started, how did it feel to release? Let's talk. Reality 5. You'll feel freer, but it takes time. Picture waking in a home that's calm and open. No clothes spilling from closets, no stacks of old magazines, no stress hunting for lost items. You sip coffee, feeling at ease for the first time in years. Simplifying isn't just about clearing stuff. It's about creating space to breathe, think, and focus on what matters. But the truth? That change doesn't happen overnight. Simplifying is a journey, not a weekend task. If you've lived in your home for 30, 40, or 50 years, you've amassed a lifetime of belongings. Simplifying means more than tidying. It's an emotional process, deciding what serves your life now, releasing ties to the past, and shaping a lighter future. Many struggle here, expecting to finish quickly, then feeling frustrated when it takes longer. The reality of simplifying: some days are easier. You'll fill donation bags, clear shelves, and make progress. Other days you'll stall, finding an old box of photos and spending hours reminiscing. You'll face items that spark guilt, nostalgia, or sadness. You'll feel stuck. That's okay. Simplifying isn't about speed, it's about steady steps. 3 keys to stay motivated. To see results without overwhelm, focus on these. 1. Be patient. It took decades to gather this clutter. It won't vanish in a day. Set small goals. 1 drawer, 1 box, 1 corner. A little daily adds up. 2. Celebrate small wins. Every item released is a step to freedom. Old papers, gone. Unworn clothes, donated. Tangled cords, cleared. Each action brings you closer to peace. 3. Focus on gains, not losses. Don't dwell on what you're giving up, think of what you're gaining. Less clutter, more space, less stress, more peace. Simplifying isn't loss, it's freedom. Visualize your future. Imagine 6 months from now. Your home feels lighter, your mind clearer. You're not weighed down by the past, you're living now. That's worth every step today. Have you felt relief after letting go? Share below. Your story might inspire someone. Closing, look around. What's one thing you can release today? Maybe it's a jacket you haven't worn, a pile of old bills, or a gadget you never used. Don't overthink, just start. The hardest part isn't letting go. It's beginning. Don't wait for someday. Life's always busy and waiting changes nothing. Today, pick one item. Decide, donate, toss, or give it away. Feel the weight lift even slightly. One step today leads to a freer tomorrow. Ready to simplify? Share below and say, "I'm ready." It'll hold you accountable and might spark someone else to start. Simplifying isn't about losing. It's about making space for the life you want now. Take that step and live lighter today.